Through public-private partnerships, 13 gender-based violence shelters have been constructed in different parts of the country to provide temporary accommodation to victims and survivors of gender-based violence. Minister of State for Youth and Children Sarah Mateke says there is still a big need for such facilities to provide victims with emergency care, counseling, psychosocial support and legal aid.
As some of the women and girls seek for justice, they have nowhere to run to, where to stay as they try to pursue their cases.
So where are the women? Where are those women who used to talk for the women? Who is there to support these women?
While officiating at the high-level dialogue meeting on gender-based violence organized by Uganda Women Parliamentary Association, WOPA, Deputy Speaker Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa assured GBV activists of Parliament's commitment to fund construction of more shelters.
To do with financing, I'm going to arrange a meeting with the Prime Minister since we are in the early stages of budgeting, so that we can have a meeting over these issues. The shelters, we must provide funding for the shelters.
According to the 2021 police crime report, about 16,242 cases of gender-based violence were recorded last year. Out of these, 8,064 were domestic violence, 6,838 defilement, 749 rape, and 223 were aggravated domestic violence that resulted in death. Tayebwa suggests that government should work with religious leaders to read out names of men who beat their wives during mass and service as a measure to curb the vice.
We have to work with the religious leaders. We have maybe to see a way of introducing name and shame in rural communities. For example, if we can work with religious leaders, every Sunday they read out lists of men who beat women. Yes, they read out lists because they are reported.
The Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Sarah Mateke, called on stakeholders to unite and fight GBV and also dissented with the judiciary on being lenient with GBV offenders. Evelyn Letio from UN Women urged Parliament to lead the enactment of laws and policies that can protect women and girls from gender-based violence.
Inconsistencies and inadequate penalties that expose girls to the risk of child marriage and teenage pregnancy. We also would like Parliament to look at amending existing laws to remove the other legal obstacles faced by girls who seek enforcement of national child marriage legislation and the legal remedies that are in place.
Sarah Opendi, the chairperson, Uganda Women Parliamentary Association, WOPA, has expressed concerns that GBV has now extended to men, mentioning one man in her constituency who was killed by a female partner. The Uganda Demographic Health Survey 2016 reported that 51% of women aged 15 to 49 years had experienced physical violence.